Last episode of A Day in the Life of the Krassensteins. Brian and Edward were helping Mikey Avenatti flee from the police, as he was potentially facing charges over the attack that occurred during lunch. When Brian was able to get a hold of his progressive handlers, the trio was able to make a helicopter escape to the nearest woods. As they began to prepare for a few nights in the wild, an inquisitive Ed heard a mysterious noise in the distance. As he neared the disturbance, it became clear who this person was. It was none other than James Comey, who was wandering in the woods on the day of the Mueller report release. This would have been a dream come true for the Krassensteins, as they loved themselves some Obama-era Justice Department officials and FBI confidants. While we left that meeting to be a cliffhanger on the episode before last, things changed pretty drastically, for those keeping up along the way. What would have been a dream scenario turned reality in meeting former FBI Director Comey, turned out to be a hallucination after all. A hallucination of Michael Avenatti, who we would later find, out-earned his stay in a local hospital. The aforementioned fight that took place over the lack of gender-neutral bathrooms did indeed occur. What didn't happen? Mikey winning that fight, as the waitress whom he complained to was a former MMA fighter who waited tables to pay for her local gymnasium membership. Have you seen the price of those MMA gyms and CrossFit programs? I don't blame her. Unless she does CrossFit. Then we can. Anyway, back to the progressive trio. While Mikey was in the hospital, the Krassenstein brothers were right by his side, pounding drum and being good friends all at once. It didn't take long for Mikey to wake up and he began to immediately question his surroundings. Feeling like he was ready to check out of the hospital and resume the trip to Progressive Handlers headquarters with the brothers, a doctor's go-ahead was all that remained in this quest. As it turned out, the doctor who took care of Mikey was a dear friend of the Krassensteins and was slowly becoming a known entity in his own right. That doctor? None other than Eugene Gu, MD. Fellow Twitter blue checkmarker and Trump resistor. After a quick compliment to the Krassensteins for how hard they pound Trump on a daily basis, Eugene took us to our latest cliffhanger. Upon informing Michael that he would be under their care for a while, the progressive trio became frightened that this could be an extended hospital stay and, without state-funded health care programs, Mikey would die. All eyes were on Eugene Gu, MD, for the big announcement. This is where we will resume the series with episode 5. But for now, we will leave it at that. From now on, all A Day in the Life of the Krassenstein episodes will contain voiceovers. I am unsure if I will continue to be your narrator, but it was certainly fun while it lasted. Make sure you subscribe to the Couch Pimps on YouTube, so you don't miss episode 6. That will be the series reboot, if you will. Why is that a thing? If you will. Obviously, you will because you. Never mind. Hopefully I'll see you guys for the next episode of A Day in the Life of the Krassensteins.